Hey guys, Q here, and I know it's been a really long time since I made a video in general or I post on Instagram, but I've just been really busy with school and volleyball, so I haven't even read that much manga in general. I've only been reading like Spy X Family recently, which is what the review is on. So I'm just gonna cut that short. I am gonna be trying to post more over the summer, but we'll see as time goes on. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Spy X Family review. You guys know how these go, so yeah. Okay, I never really do summaries on or a synopsis on what the story is, which I should do, so I'm gonna start doing those more. Basically, it's a story about the world's best spy making a family with an assassin and a telepath as a child, and they're all trying to hide the fact that they're what they are, right? So one is trying to hide the fact that they're an assassin, one's trying to hide the fact that they're a telepath. They all have different reasons for it, so it's really interesting to see how they try to hide it and interact with each other. And more characters do get added on, but that's mainly just the main cast. And it's just really interesting how they all try to complete different missions and do different things without the other ones knowing. But overall, it's not like this series is like Berserk or Vagabond or anything like that, where it's super serious and you need to pay attention to every single detail. It's mostly just a story that has just a good atmosphere and it's fun to read. You don't really have to pay so much attention to it to recall things or anything like that. It's overall just really fun to read. I'm not gonna no one's gonna sit here and make a 30-minute analysis on Anya and how her telepath ability. No one's gonna do that, right? It's just you're gonna if you read this series, you're just gonna sit down, just have a fun time. It's gonna probably gonna make you smile. It's gonna make you laugh. It's the best comparison I can think of at the moment is kind of like how the Love is War, but the more comedic parts of it where you're not really paying too much attention to it. Yeah, the story's pretty interesting. It's there. The characters do get some development. You obviously get to know these characters more. You want to, all that is there. It's not like they're all flat, boring characters, flat, boring storyline. But you're not reading it for the interesting and complex characters or the super dynamic story. You're reading this just because it's fun to read and it keeps entertaining every time, right? You don't really get burnt out of I've a lot of the times with a lot of shows I loved reading or watching. With One Piece, I got burned out a few times. Not because it's bad, it's just I got bored of it for a bit, right? This series, you don't want me. It's also 65 chapters or so, but you won't get bored of it. You'll probably finish this within a few days. It's easy to read. It's fun to read. This isn't gonna be like a review where I had Tokyo Ghoul, which was a 20-minute review, right? And that's not a bad thing, right? It's just different types of series. Tokyo Ghoul is a lot more serious, a lot more in-depth characters, in-depth story, complex world, all that. There was a lot more to talk about, and it was also longer. It was around 300 chapters for both Re and the normal. This is only 65 or 60. So obviously no one's gonna be able to make. I mean, you might be able to stretch it, but even if you do try to make a 20-minute review, it's really gonna feel repetitive and stretched, or it's not gonna feel like a review. You're just gonna go in depth on every character. But yeah, it's just for example, when you see people like Yor, who, by the way, is the mom. It's really heartwarming when you try to see her, for example, try to be an actual mother and her go through struggles of thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, the family's gonna leave me because I'm not good enough at cooking, or I can't do this, I can't do that. They're not flat characters, right? Yor alone gets a lot of not develop. I wouldn't say she changes how she acts and stuff, but you can see that she's trying to be a good mother, albeit she did start off the family thinking, oh yeah, this is just for appearances because I didn't want people worrying about me and stuff like that. That's true, but at the same time, you see over time she tries to think of this as an actual family. She starts to care about Anya, and same thing with Twilight, right? You always see this back and forth between him thinking, "Oh, I'm a spy. I can't get attached. Oh, this is just a mission. The second this mission is gone, I'm leaving them." You get those moments where he comes back to that, but there's also times where he's like, "Oh, my family this, my family that." He's truly subtly, not subtly, right? But he's without subconsciously knowing, he's becoming more of a actual family man, and he's realizing that at times he cuts himself off, and it's hold up, no, I'm a spy, but at the same time, he does love his family. So it's interesting to see how it's gonna go. I doubt this series is gonna last 300 chapters. So, but I do think it's interesting to see how they're gonna expand the story and how because I doubt it's just gonna end with the mission he's on right now, Mission Strix. I doubt they're gonna end it like that because while it would make sense, it's also it's still gonna take a while because at the current moment we're not that far into the story. We're not that we're super slow paced. It's also really a pretty not fast paced, but it's perfectly paced as well. You don't feel nothing's going on, but you also don't feel lost ever. But yeah, I don't feel this arc at least or Mission Strix or whatever is gonna take too long, but also not gonna take too short. Like I don't think it's gonna be rushed. So I mean, yeah, there's not much to talk about with Spy X Family. It's just overall, it's a really good series where it's fun to read. You're gonna enjoy. It might not end up being your favorite or anything like that. It's not like it's gonna be. I'm not. It's like I'm trying to put you on a show that's like 10 out of 10. You're gonna love this series, but it's something that you're gonna read. You're gonna enjoy. It's weekly, so you get something to read, like an extra thing to read. Right? It's like you're reading this or like One Piece, where it's like One Piece is super serious right now, or it's serious as One Piece normally gets, and stuff like that. It's just something like it's gonna take your mind off of things. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be enjoyable. You're gonna forget about, it's just a fun series to read. That's really all I've got right now. I'm gonna try to post more stuff. But if I do, let me know what I should post. Right? I am reading the comments I got during my like mini break. Well, it wasn't really mini, but you know what I'm talking about. Like I have read all your guys' comments on like how I should fix my talking, which I've tried to do in this video. It's obviously gonna improve over time. But yeah, and yeah, I just don't want to like not post because I do like making videos. It's just that I've been really busy with school and volleyball and everything else that I haven't been able to. And I have been reading more. Like I also just stopped reading manga for a few months completely. I haven't watched that much anime either. I've only watched like 2 episodes of Haikyuu and that's it. So I am getting back into more manga as it's all I got time for. So expect more videos, obviously. And yeah, that's all I got. Peace.